right, Alan here chatting more. It's a wonderful binge, the Binge 2, streaming December 9th on Hulu TV. We're chatting with the wonderfully talented Zainne Saleh about this sequel. It's funny, it's hilarious. Thank you for your time today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Well, the first one was a lot of fun, and people don't know the premise. Essentially, like on Christmas Eve, drugs become legal. Like everything, anything goes,
Right,
and
like drugs
it's
are illegal all year round and they're legal one night a year.
yeah, and the rest of it goes off the rails. This is a lot of fun. I'm very curious what interested you in the project and drew you to it and made you want to be a part of it.
So the first time I read this script was in like 2019. It came my way and I was like, I have to do this. Like I was laughing through the entire script. It was so fresh and funny and it felt like something that I would enjoy watching, that my friends would enjoy watching. So I kind of just yeah, I just read it, auditioned for it. I did like one tape and then I got to play Sarah.
Yeah, and it's funny because like the fact that they're doing a second one, but it's a Christmas movie makes it even better, which I think
Yeah. I think there's like this ongoing joke like within the movie, like this inside joke about like why is the binge on Christmas? Because it's like it's such a funny premise to like mix these two genres. Like Christmas movies are really sweet and magical, and then you have the binge, which is like really raunchy and crazy. And I think it's just like Hulu was just like, let's just put them together.
yes, it is a lot of fun and all of you do a great job. I understand that you just had the premiere recently and had a chance to watch it with your castmates. What was that experience like for you to be with everybody again and to watch this creation, wild creation that you all put together?
I think it's really fun. I think that, like all of our friends and family were at the premiere, which was so nice. But then we kind of all sat together and we have all of our little inside jokes about like each scene. And like, it's just so fun watching it. It's really fun watching it together. The premiere was so much fun. Jordan gave this like hilarious speech at the top. And we're so close, I think, like the cast, that it kind of just feels like you're with your friends, like your family, like watching a movie.
Yeah, I mean it is a lot of fun and I think it's good entertainment, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's what people need. We want a Christmas movie, but we want a little raunchy on the side, which I think in
And
in all of our wildest dreams.
it reminds me of these like old school like early 2000s comedies. Like it's like a comedy through and through. There's like every single part of it is funny, but it's cool. I actually wasn't expecting this part, but like when we were watching it, I was like, it's so cool how they managed to make it sweet. Like they really managed to make it like a warm like Christmas movie while still being crazy. That was really cool to see last night at the premiere.
Yeah, I think that's the thing too, that makes it fun is in the fact that you really can just tell that you all are having so much fun, right? And I think when you're choosing a project that has to be important, I would imagine, right? Because you want something that you're going to enjoy, but also that's going to be good too. Instead of, I mean, you could do a lot of different things, right? But this is what is important.
Yeah, definitely. It's like it's such a fun, like Jordan's so funny and on set we're like it's a party the whole time. It doesn't even feel like you're working half the time. So definitely that was that was like a draw to doing the second one is like seeing all my friends again and all of us just like messing around and like hanging out in Syracuse, which is like a town we would normally never be in together. And yeah, it's definitely like a big part of why we do it.
Yes. Well, you've been a part of some really great projects. One in particular being Good Trouble, that was on Freeform, which I think people really enjoyed that. And it was just such a good show. Where did the journey begin for you as an actor and storyteller? Was that one of your first like big projects for you and solidified for you that you wanted to do this as a job?
Um, I think I wanted to do this as a job since I was a little kid. And I came out here to LA in like 2018. And I booked this like really, really fun pilot. And I think everything started moving from there. And then I did the first binge. And then I did Good Trouble, which was also really fun. And then the second binge happened, and there was like some other stuff along the way. The pandemic was happening. And then yeah, and then I just like we had this one, and then I'm working on this other project now, and it's just kind of I think I always knew I wanted to do it. It was just timing. I think it's all about timing, right? Like
Yeah.
I came out to LA and then it all kind of just like fell into place.
Yes, and you came out at a good time too before the pandemic.
Yeah.
So you're able to get some stuff in. I there
Yeah. And then it was
was
just like 2 years of like
I
hanging
know.
out in
Oh
my
my God.
apartment. And I'm like, LA's beautiful. This is lovely. But no, it actually it was really nice to be in LA for the pandemic because I came from New York. And I
Yeah.
feel like LA has like these beautiful apartments and beautiful spaces and all this nature. So it kind of worked out.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. Like, if you go back and listen to our conversations during those 2 years, like the theme was imagine coming out to LA to become an actor right when COVID hit. You would probably get back in your car and turn around and go back to your home because it's like it's already hard enough to do what you do,
Yeah.
impossible almost to a degree, and a very small percentage experiences success, but you've done it, including this wonderful film. So I imagine, I mean, you were in a good spot, even though it is a nice area, but you also had a reasonable amount of success prior. So that 2 years wasn't nearly as devastating, perhaps, maybe as for some, but you got to
Yeah.
work. Yeah.
I
So,
definitely had projects that were canceled, but yeah, I feel really lucky that I got to work on Good Trouble during
yeah.
the pandemic. And it was
And
actually really surreal, like being on set during the pandemic. It was a completely different experience from even this movie we shot at the very end of the pandemic. And it was
okay.
like, it's like all of the COVID restrictions, and it's a totally different, um, it's a different experience on set for sure.
Well, congratulations, Zane. It's
Thank
a pleasure
you.
to meet you. This is a
So nice to
great
meet you.
film. Absolutely.
Thank
Cannot wait for people to watch this on the
you.
9th, Hulu TV. It's a lot of fun. Be sure to check out all our other interviews from the cast. Zane, thank you for your time. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you, Brad. It was so nice to meet you.
Absolutely.